So as you've seen in the last video, I don't have a functioning coolant overflow tank or reservoir, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to make one. I'm making mine out of a Nos energy drink bottle. The 240s anyway have a 5/16 hose going from the radiator to the reservoir. So you're going to need that. You're going to need a 5/16 T. They didn't have just a 5/16 T, so I ended up getting a whole assorted pack. I'm probably never going to use any of those. And you're going to need your epoxy, because you're going to need your overflow tank to be airtight. So after you have everything you need, you're going to want to take a 5/16 drill bit, and I already stuck it in. I don't want to pull it back out, but I drilled a hole in the lid and punctured one in that little seal. You're going to want to keep this seal so it's airtight, and then you'll stick the T-fitting through it like so. After that, it's going to be a sucker to slide on, but you're going to want to slide the, wow, that's perfect. Slide the seal, that little blue seal in the cap or can, back over the cap. It's like a perfect fit. It holds the T in there pretty good. I don't want it to be quite right there. I want a little bit of space in between the cap and the T. And after I do that, I'm gonna take the bottle, gonna drop hose all the way to the bottom. So right there, I'm gonna cut it. So slightly, and then you can stick your hose on like this. That'll be your overflow. After that, you're going to need to mix up your epoxy. I got 5-minute epoxy, and it takes like, how many minutes to dry? And it takes 4 hours to cure. 5 minutes to set, 4 hours to cure. You can really do whatever you want, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna mix it up super good. Try to get all the air bubbles out you can, or else your epoxy won't set quite right. And it's pretty cold in the garage, so after this has set, I'm gonna bring it inside and put it in my room to dry. Crap, I just got dog hair in it, whatever. So that's about as good as you're gonna get it. Sorry, the light's too bright. After that, just grab it, start putting a thick layer around the entire fitting. This is the first time I've attempted to make one of these. I hope it turns out good. If not, I guess boo-hoo, I'll have to try again. But I don't see how you could really mess it up. Crap. Thought about getting the 1 minute to set stuff, but I figured might as well just get the 5 because I'm gonna try to lather this on there as much as possible. While it's setting, you're just going to want to hold it, because with that little blue seal or gasket on the cap, it tries to push it up, and then it'll get epoxy on these little ribs on this fitting. And it's not a super big deal if you get any on there, but if you do, I'd recommend just trying to wipe it off as good or as much as possible, so it so your other hoses can still go on there easily. So it's got about 3 hours and 45 minutes till it's completely dry, and they call it 5-minute epoxy. It's probably been about 15 minutes. You can't see it. I'm sorry. See how it's cracked? You can see how it's cracked. I left the match I was stirring it with in it. When I came back, I tried to pull it out to see if I could use more of it. And as you guys can tell now, it's a solid block. I don't know if you could see those chunks fly out. So, really is 5-minute epoxy, which is, I've never tested it till now. I've just known it because it sets. I had to sit and hold that cap for a while, so that's kind of cool. There's nothing else really to do besides wait for that crap to dry. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit, and I guess I'll finish the video after school tomorrow. Well, I guess I shouldn't really say tomorrow because you guys will be watching it tomorrow. But I still need to figure out how I'm going to make a bracket for it and where I'm gonna mount it so it sits upright. I kind of think I'm gonna get like one of those bicycle bottle holders, and I'll take that and I'll just that was weird. I'll just unbolt one of the radiator bolts that holds the radiator on, and I'll just stick it on there if I need to weld, or have my stepdad weld a little bracket so it can just sit there. Or I might just make a bracket with a couple pieces of scrap steel, I don't know. So the rest of the overflow or reservoir is pretty simple. I still need to make a bracket, so I'll make another video soon. But for now, I just cut up the old broken overflow tank. I had to cut it a lot so the hood wouldn't smash the overflow, but I'll take you guys out to see it. If you don't know, this is the overflow line. That runs down and through and back up to here. That'll go in here. I need to make the Coolant reservoir sit upright. I just need to make a different mount, probably to sit somewhere along here. But for now, I just cut that up. And I need to bolt it in still, but that's how it'll sit. And then the other side, in case it completely overflows and needs to dump, just dumps right down into there and it'll make it to the ground. But there's my Nos install. I'll show you guys the finished product of the overflow. It actually took a little bit to cut everything to mount right, and then I guess I'll show you. Alright, what I did here is I ended up cutting the bottom of that out, and this chunk, that's where it was broken at. I don't know how they broke it, but and then I just took a rubber band and I bolted it, or not bolted it, but it's behind, doesn't look like it, but it's behind this bolt here, so it's held on, and I put a self-tapper in right there, and that's pretty much it. That's how it's held in there. It fits perfectly. It doesn't, the hood doesn't crush it or anything, as you guys can see. And if it did, I mean, the Nos is $3. See you guys in the next one.